Hello everybody, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to show you how to replace the crankset or chain set of your bike. I'm going to give you a bit of science quickly, so if you already know this is definitely the issue for you, then you can fast forward through this video to get to the beginning of the practical. But very quickly, you need to make sure a few things. First of all, if your bike is skipping, like when you're pedaling hard, maybe in the wrong, too hard a gear going uphill, and it's skipping, actually make sure you replace your chain and your cassette first, because they are usually the first things to go just before you shell out money. Also, if you have a higher end crankset, you might actually have separate chain rings, these teeth that go around if you've got 1, 2 or 3 gears on the front. So it could be you could replace your chain ring, which is much cheaper than having to replace the whole unit. This is a lower budget, no offense if you have the same one. So actually you can only buy the same unit, and this cost me about 60 quid. It's also worth bearing in mind that this particular video and this setup is for the most popular type of bottom bracket, which is the square taper. I'll show you the square taper in a moment. If you're looking at how to do the chain set for the Octalink or the Holotech or other versions, have a look at my other videos. So that's pretty much it for the science. If it's the skipping, yeah, absolutely, let's replace it, but make sure the chain and cassette have been replaced first of all. If you've got some bendage as well, if your chain ring maybe is a bit buckled, and again, you can't replace the individual chain ring, you could actually potentially manipulate that back into position. And again, I've got another video to show you how to do that. Regardless, if you've concluded that you do have to get this done, or maybe you're replacing the bottom bracket, so you've got to get this kiddie off anyway, then this is how to do it. First of all, you need to get the right size of Allen key or hex key wrench. In this case, it's an 8mm. And going in the traditional anti-clockwise, lefty-loosey fashion, you're going to undo these bolts. Now, this one is quite easy because I prepped it for the video. Actually, they're usually quite difficult to undo, so you will need a bit of force. Sometimes it's best to put a bit of pressure onto the crank arm here, so it helps give you something to resist against for unscrewing. Once that comes out, you will see a threaded section here. You need a special tool to be able to fit in here, and most of the time they are called crank arm removal tools. I'll put a link in the description for you. Make sure these threads are nice and clean, and on the removal tool as well, make sure they're nice and clean too. Now, the removal tool usually comes in 2 sections. This one is the 3rd section. It's got a handle included. It's a bit poncy, but frankly it's not particularly necessary, because sometimes you want a longer arm anyway to help with your physics of torque. But nevertheless, these 2 parts come away, and the first part we're going to screw in by hand. The reason we're going to do it by hand is because there's minimal, in fact 0 opportunity to cross thread. The general rule of thumb is if this doesn't screw in very well, because it's got a fair bit of grease on it anyway, you are probably cross threading, or there's a whole load of grit stuck in the threads. In both cases, do not screw in anymore. Come out and either clean or realign. Eventually it will go as far as it can. You should pretty much see all the threads disappear. You then put the 2nd section in. Now here's the science. This part is gripping the threads of the crank arm. This part is going through and touching the actual bottom bracket, which, if you didn't know, is the axle running all the way through. And so this is going to push against the bottom bracket and pull against the crank arm at the same time. Clever bit of science. Again, this is going to be fairly loose because I prepped it for the video. Sometimes this is going to be super hard, and you might want to get the bike on the floor rather than on a bike stand, just to give you an extra bit of force without potentially having the bike come off the stand. Okay, we're going to keep going anyway, clockwise, righty-tighty, and on the video here, maybe you'll see the gap increase between the chain rings, the teeth here, and the front derailleur as it starts to come away from the frame. Hopefully you can see that, but if not, you get the idea. Now, as this comes off, obviously your chain's going to make a bit of a noise, but that's no biggie. So we're going to get that off. We're going to unhook from the chain as well. That's the chain ring off. One thing we haven't done is remove the pedals. Now, sometimes it's actually easier to keep this part on the bike before you remove the pedals, because sometimes it's easier to have something to torque against. Regardless, when it comes to removing the pedals to put on your new crankset, you're going to want to go in the traditional direction. So because it's on the right side of the bike, you're going to unscrew in the right way, which is anti-clockwise as before, lefty-loosey. And again, this is quite easy to undo because I primed it for the video. Again, if you're struggling, just chuck this back on, and then you've got something to brace against like we had a moment ago. I know I'm very close to the video, to the camera, but hopefully that helps. Anyway, that's unscrewing. We can take that off and put that onto the new chain set in a minute. Now for the other side, it's exactly the same. The directions are exactly the same as well for accessing the bolt and accessing the crank removal tool threads, but the difference of thread direction is for your pedal. Your pedal is going to go in the other direction. So to remove the pedal on the left side, you have to go righty-tighty actually to unscrew. You need to go clockwise to unscrew. Again, I've got a video on my channel just for how to remove the pedals, should you need a more in-depth video. I'm going to pause the video and get the new crankset. Okay, so here I am with the new one. I'm going to attach the pedals once this is on the bike for the reasons I explained a moment ago. It's a lot easier. Often the traditional way is popping this on like this, but if you realised the left crank arm is also pointing down the same way, and that won't really be conducive for effective pedalling. So you either want to pop this on the other way around, so the crank arm is pointing to 12 o'clock, while the opposite side is pointing down with gravity to 6 o'clock, or indeed hold this one up and pop this down. However you do it, you want to make sure you clean this area first. I will do this after the video just to save time. And you also want to remember about getting the chain back around the chain rings. Now you can do this after you've installed the chain set, the crank set, but obviously there's always a risk that you might scratch the chain guard or scratch the crank arms, and okay, in life they're going to get scratched anyway, but for a brand new one, maybe you might not want to. So you've got a couple of options. You can either pull the derailleur arm down, and that'll give you a lot of slack on your chain here, and just loop the chain over the bottom bracket area. But that works if it's a really prominent bottom bracket area. As you can see here, it's likely to come off. So another option, other than removing your actual chain, is to hook the chain onto these teeth here. So this is obviously the part that's going to be facing the frame of the bike, away from the camera, but you can maybe just hook your chain underneath there slightly to the side, and then move it into place. And remember, as before, we're going to go in opposite direction in terms of the crank arms, so we can locate that into place, and there we go. That's chain set and chain both in place at the same time. It doesn't matter if it falls off because you're now in place anyway, and you are in business then to get to work with the other bits. Now you've got a choice. You can either attach your pedal now, or you can crack on with your crank arm, but either way this bolt's got to get screwed in. So for me, I would push this in as far as it will go by hand. Make sure the chain isn't preventing the crankset from going in any further. Looking down there, I can see that's not the case. You can then get your bolt that you removed before. Often with cranksets, when you buy them as a package, they come with new bolts, so you might want to treat yourself. And then using the same Allen key or hex key wrench as before, if they're the same size of bolt recess, you can screw things up. Now I'm going to put some common torque settings on the corner of the screen, but for the purpose of the video, this needs to go on pretty tight. And the reason it goes pretty tight is, over many miles of pedaling, what you don't want is for things to work loose, because that'll be not particularly helpful if it comes off mid-ride. Also, it will ruin your bottom bracket, because little bits of movement here and there over many thousands of revolutions will wear the bottom bracket down. So there we go. Anyway, we'll just tighten it for now, just by feel, just so you get the idea. And now's the opportunity to pop your pedal back on. Again, it's going to be righty-tighty on this side, and then an alternative direction for the other side of the bike. But that is how you attach your crankset. Again, same on the other side. Remove the bolt, chuck in the crankset removal tool, both in the same directions as before, clockwise. But to remove the pedal, you're going to be going clockwise again, because on the opposite side, clockwise is to actually loosen. And guys, I think we are probably there, and therefore we are job done. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, just spend a few quid on some tools. You don't need to go to the mechanic to keep your bike riding well for thousands of miles. Please remember to like, please remember to subscribe, and do make sure you look at my other videos if this wasn't quite in line with the version of crankset you have, because almost certainly I'm going to have one of those in my library. Thanks for watching. See you next time.